Here is something that you probably know. The Bible is complicated. It's beautiful, it's interesting, it's important, but it's also complicated. One of the things I hear as a pastor all the time is, I don't know how to read it. I don't know how to understand it. How am I supposed to get through Leviticus? I am what you call an adult onset hunter. Now you might be thinking, what does that have to do with the Bible? But give me just a minute. I learned to hunt in my late 20s, and I had no idea what I was doing. I felt like all I did was sit in the woods, not seeing animals. The environment I was hunting in is an ecosystem, and an ecosystem is complicated. Animals do specific things at specific times for specific reasons. The wind blows this way, the weather does this thing, and it all matters. And for the first year that I hunted, I felt like I just sat in the woods scaring animals, and I had no idea why. But I kept going. And the interesting thing happened. The more I sat in the woods and watched, the more I noticed that when this happens, the animals do this. When this happens, it changes this. Then sometimes I would go ask a friend or look something up online when I had a question. But the longer I sat in the ecosystem, the more that it made sense. Yeah, it was complicated. There's still more to learn. I learn more about hunting every year. But the longer I sat there, the more it made sense. Sometimes we think the Bible is complicated like a microchip, like it's this tiny little thing that I don't even know how to begin to understand. It's a totally different base of knowledge than I even have. How could I understand that? The Bible is complicated, but it's not complicated like a microchip. It's complicated like an ecosystem. You can get inside it. You can observe it. You can live there. And the more you live your life in relation to Scripture, the more you're going to notice and the more it's going to come alive. And that's what this podcast is about. It's about us taking the topics and scriptures that we are diving into on Sunday mornings and diving into the ecosystem of the Bible so that we sit in it and we notice what's going on so that we can find our life within the story of Jesus through Scripture.